This is so key. If you read George Orwell's 1984, and of course he worked for British intelligence at BBC in Black Ops, his character is Winston Smith, he said the public won't rise up because of the lottery. And he talks about how people believing they have a chance to win within that fake paradigm is why they would never rise up, because they've been trained to only care about issues of little or no significance and fake pop icons that Big Brother produced and pornography. And that's because they understood psychology 50-something years ago when he wrote that in 48. Now we see the high-tech version of this where everything is about that chance to win. And, oh, I better not get out of the Federal Reserve System because then I'll get none of my retirement, when you're not going to get it to begin with.
Right. You lose all of your chances to win at the lottery. So dollar bills are replaced with virtual lottery tickets. And people will be happy to spend hours, their entire lives, clicking away online for more of these virtual lottery tickets in the hope that someday they, too, will graduate to the higher level in the game.
Stay there, Max. This is so profound what you just talked about. They create a false reality of sports, movies, icons, fake credits, and you sell your soul for it. Ladies and gentlemen, huge breaking news while max-keiser is with us. Huge breaking news. We're seeing a 21st century example of information war going on with the NSA run Google and YouTube. It has been the #1 video. This particular version with 6.5 million views, getting about 100,000 a day. They hacked into our account. They took it down. I've said I believe it's an inside job. We changed the passcodes again. They have now disabled it all over the web if it's embedded on somebody else's web page or the articles we've written. And it says disabled by user. Disabled. It says it's been disabled, that you have to go to YouTube to watch it. Now, go back to the other screen. When you go to YouTube, it says renting on YouTube starts with YouTube account. It is $2.95 to rent it. Ladies and gentlemen, we give the film out for free. When they enable this, I've read the rules, they will go and erase all the other copies claiming that we've agreed. This is sabotage. This is happening live time. It is going mega viral on the web, the Obama deception, and our story, Google Spies. And so now they're making you pay money to them for my film. My film, and they want to. I told you I had a feeling they were going to strike back. I knew there was something chicanery going on here. Google never, when they bring a video down, put it back up. This is unprecedented. Max-keiser, this is exactly what you're talking about, how they use everybody's content and make you pay for it. This is insane, Max. Now,
you own the copyright, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they're violating copyright law. They should take them to court immediately.
Well, these are people that say they own every book in the world, and they're going to publish it now online and charge and give no one money. Because it's the government. They know. Other corporations don't get away with this. There's a reason they let YouTube and Google be the biggest. And again, we're on there because that's where the fight's happening. I can't believe this.
All right, okay, go to, if you do search video game CEO chairs digital tyranny, let me read you this little bit. He says, as more power is taken from the hands of ordinary people and they find themselves working harder and harder for fewer and fewer real rewards, they're seeking escape and a sense of personal achievement by building make-believe farms and creating pretend empires through fake mafia families. Because, similar to our Federal Reserve note, the objects obtained from these games are made out of thin air, but without any need for physical resources to create them, there's no scarcity of reward to be handed out. People pay real money, real defined as credit obtained from labor in the real world, for the chance to one-up their friends in what is ultimately just a game. Now, as the games are just the beginning, the future, he outlines, will bring the structure of these games into the real world where our lives will be controlled by a similar points system to replace our currency. He speaks of the potential for a government awarding credits through YouTube and through Google to people who walk to work, take public transportation, they brush their teeth.
So it's total social control through the web, and then it's a controlled web. You talked about this 5 years ago.
And casino gulag.
It's a casino gulag. But can you believe that first they go in, clearly YouTube, they've got our account number, and now we change the passcode. they're the only ones that have it. Nobody could hack it in this time. And they go in and disable all the millions of links around the web where other news websites and people have posted it. So it's going mega viral. And their news sabotage is to make it a rental. I mean, I cannot believe this, man. Folks, do not pay for it. Do not give them a red stinking cent. It's still free and a lot of other news websites and places. But send the links to ones that are working out to everyone you know. I tell you, Max, they are scared of this film. You're in Fall of the Republic, Part 2 of the Obama deception. I think it's even more important. But, I mean, you've seen the Obama deception. Why do you think they're so scared of it?
Well, first of all, change the name of Fall of the Republic to the Obama deception Part 2. That'll totally screw up their heads. Because then they're going to have to go chase after another 10 million videos out there. In other words, hit information overload with information overload. You know, what is it about the word war in info war that people don't understand? It's a war. It's an info war. So we got to fight back with information. So just change everything to call it the Obama deception. Change your name on Facebook to the Obama deception. Change everything on your digital profile to the Obama deception. They can't kill it all.
And they're panicking. They're panicking right now. It's been the #1 search term for 3 days. People keep varying it, like the Obama deception at InfoWars, the Obama deception censored, and they keep censoring that, but not before it hits #1. They are in panic mode. I think we're seeing a digital revolt right now, Max, if people go completely ape right now.
Well, a few years ago, remember, China and America had a digital war. They had a distributed denial of service attack that China hit the U.S. with, and then the U.S. hit with a downing of some kind of surveillance technology. So now you've become effectively your own country. The Infowar.com has become as big as a country.
But what we're doing is fighting for truth and justice and freedom lovingly to wake people up. But they're going to love the fact that we use the term war to turn the Pentagon loose on us that runs Google. There's no doubt this is happening. We're trying to get the head of the channel on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is total war.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time, sooner or later.
All right, we're going into overdrive into the 4th hour. It'll be on the network and the satellites. Max Keiser's going to stay with us. In his words during the break, he said, "I'm not leaving my post." They've also disabled Police State 4, the rise of FEMA. They've also disabled that on all of the search engines. When you click on it, it tells you you've got to go to YouTube to watch it. They're trying to charge people money when we give this film out for free as a way to keep people from watching it. This is outrageous. Ladies and gentlemen, don't give YouTube or Google any money. Do not pay to watch it. They're still free versions. But once they do this, I've read about this, they're going to try to knock out all the other free versions that are out there, and then they'll shut down this version. We can now see their plan. They do not want you to see the Obama deception. For a limited time until they run out, I've got the Obama deception, 4 copies for $19.95 in the hardcover DVD with the expanded extras in the highest quality. Get it, make physical copies, and hand them out on the street. But you can really see how they get everything hooked into Google and YouTube. It's really an NSA front. It takes over the web. It publishes books. Doesn't care if publishers sue them. The courts always rule for Google. They are allowed to do things that nobody else is ever allowed to do. And you can see the strategic plan. I saw this years ago, but now it's very clear. They are meant to absorb the web. In fact, that's come out in major news headlines that Google is to be the web. And it is a Pentagon operation with these select corporations. It is NSA keyword software that Google was built on 11 years ago when it first launched out of nowhere. It is using NSA keyword software. That's its base search function. And it's to understand society. It's to track us. It's to go out and wage cyber war. And that's why our headline, Google Spies, is so key to make that the #1 search term so that people understand this. And I'll have Steve Watson, let's call him, update the fact that they're now trying to charge people for it. And this is not us. If you want to support us, buy the DVDs at Infowars.com. You can get 10 of them for $39.95. That's about $4 a piece. You can get 4 of them for $19.95 at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. We're going into overdrive in the next hour. We'll be live. It'll be on the network, the stations, all of it. But right now we're talking to Max Keiser. Then we're going to start going to your phone calls. I want to get in some other financial news, but Max has agreed to stay with us 30 minutes the next hour. Max, this is insane. I mean, what's your breakdown of what we see happening?
Well, first of all, I just want to point out that the Max-Keiser YouTube channel on YouTube has a very paltry 10,000 subscribers. The next time I come on your show, Alex, if that number is not at 20,000, I'm going to recite the entire Obama deception in Sanskrit for a captive audience and make them listen to me do it. I mean, this is pitiful. I only have 10,000 subscribers. It's got to be at least 20,000 subscribers. But anyway, you're talking about the financial news?
Well, no.